Pam here with BeeCreative Crafts and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how I make these really easy face scrubbers. You can use cotton or acrylic. For today's tutorial I'm going to be using cotton, and you can also use a solid or a variegated. The choice is yours. Alright, so let's get started. Let me show you one here. As you see, you've got these nice little ridges on the front side here, which gives you a little bit of texture, which is great for gently exfoliating your skin. And then on the back side, you have a nice smooth side. I'm going to be using my eye hook, which is also a 5.5 millimeter. And I'm going to be using Peaches and Cream cotton in the color gold. I start mine off using a magic ring, but if you prefer to do a chain and then slip stitch back into the beginning of your chain, you can do that as well. I would say probably chain maybe 4 and then slip stitch back into the first one to create a little ring. All right, I'm going to start mine using the magic chain or magic ring. So make a loop and then chain 1 to secure. Now inside of this ring, we're going to work 10 single crochets. Had a little bit of yarn barf when I pulled this out of the skein. Let me just untangle that just a little bit. Okay. All right, let me count these up. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to slip stitch back into this first single crochet. But first, let's go ahead and close up our ring by pulling your tail. Give it a nice tug, and that cinches up that center hole. Then we're going to slip stitch into that very first single crochet. It's going to be turned a little bit sideways and it might be a little tight, but just push that hook right on through. And now I'm going to take my tail and lay it across because I'm going to go ahead and crochet across the top of that. But then we're going to slip stitch to join, and now you've got a nice little ring. If you want to close that hole up a little bit more, just go ahead and pull that tail again, and that'll cinch it up the rest of the way. Chain 1. Okay, now into this first stitch where we slip stitch, we're going to work a single crochet followed by a treble crochet. So single, then we're going to yarn over twice, go back into that same stitch and work a treble crochet. So that's pull through 2, and then pull through 2. Into our next stitch, we're going to repeat that. We're going to work a single crochet followed by a treble crochet. Single, and over twice, treble. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to continue this all the way around, working a single and a treble in each and every stitch all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the beginning of the round. All right, and now here we are at our last stitch. So we're going to work a single crochet followed by a treble crochet. And then we're going to slip stitch into that very first single crochet. Be sure to skip over the chain 1 that you started the round with and slip stitch into that first single crochet. And that's what it should look like so far. Now, if you're wondering where your ridges are, or your texture, it's going to be on the back side. Those treble crochets have pushed through to the back side, creating these little ridges. Okay, so round 3, we're going to work is a row of single crochets. So chain 1, back into that first single crochet, we're going to work 1 single crochet. And on top of this treble crochet, we're going to work 2 single crochets into that stitch. 1 single into the single, and 2 on top of the treble. And that's our repeat all the way around. On that last round, you should have finished with 20 stitches, and at the end of this round, you'll have 30. So continue that all the way around, working 1 single on top of each single and 2 singles on top of each treble. Okay, we're in our last treble crochet. Work 2 singles, and then we're going to slip stitch to the first single crochet to finish this round. Chain 1 into this first single crochet, work 1 single crochet. Into the next stitch, we're going to work a treble. In this next stitch, we're going to work a single and a treble in the same stitch. Okay, and that's your repeat for this round. So it's single, treble, and then single and treble in the next stitch. So single, treble in their own individual stitches, and then in the next one it's a single and a treble together. Continue this all the way around. When you finish this round, you should have 40 stitches. You'll see I pulled that tail back through because I think it'll be easier to weave it in on this side than on the side with all the little textured ridges. Okay, and here we are to our last stitch. So our last stitch is going to have a single and a treble worked in it. And then we're going to slip stitch to that first single crochet to end our round. Now, as you can see, this is technically the front side, but the side that you're going to want to use is this back side with all of these little textured ridges. So for this round, you can fluff up those if you need to. For this last round, you can either turn your work or you can continue working from the back side. As you see on this one here, I just continued around without changing direction. So that's how I'm going to do it here. But if you want your single crochets to stand up and you want this to be the front, then turn your work. If not, continue on the way we're working. Okay, so now we're going to chain 1 and we're going to work 20 single crochets. We're not going to do any doubles. We're just going to work a single crochet in every stitch for the next 20 stitches. And there's 20. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to create our little hanger here. Now for my hanger, I have a small hook in my bathroom, so I'm just going to chain 7. If you have a larger hook, then you may need to make your loop a little longer, so you may want to chain longer. But for these, I just did a chain of 7. Okay, so let's chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to go back into that last stitch and work a slip stitch. Okay, now you should still have 20 stitches left. So we're going to work a single crochet in each and every stitch all the way back around until we reach the beginning of our ring. Again, just a single crochet in each and every stitch all the way around. And we're almost done, y'all. Okay, we're at the last stitch. Then we're going to slip stitch to that first single crochet. And now we're ready to fasten off, so chain, boop. Grab your scissors, give it a little snip, pull through, and there you have it. A really quick and easy face scrubby. And you can weave in your tails. And if you like, if you want something smoother, then you can use this side for a little bit of texture to gently exfoliate. Again, you can use cotton or you can use acrylic. Keep in mind, acrylic is a little bit scratchier fiber. And that's it, y'all. That is how I make a super quick and easy face scrubby. Okay, y'all, I decided to make up another one real quick and show you what I mean when I say you can turn your work and work that final round. Okay, so I've just slip stitched. So you'll chain 1 and then you'll just turn your work. And then you'll start your round of single crochet. So you'll just go into this last treble that you just made and work your single crochet. Now you may have to tip it forward a little bit in order to see your stitches because of the nature of those stitches. They're all going to be facing behind you. So just work a single crochet. Again, you're going to work 20 single crochet in the next 20 stitches. This last round is not an increase round. It's just your finishing off. Just your border round, if you will. Okay, and then there's 20. And then you'll make your hook, or your loop to hang it, rather. I do a chain of 7. Then you're going to go back into that same stitch, and do a slip stitch. And then continue on around, working a single crochet and the remaining stitches, which should be 20. Oh, my yarn is wanting to be all splitty. There we go. And then you'll finish this all the way around, and then I will show you what they look like side by side so you can see which finishing edge you prefer. Okay, 2 more stitches. And we're back to the beginning. Then we're going to slip stitch into this first single crochet of the round. Fasten off. I'll hide that tail here in just a little bit. that is what this one looks like. It kind of looks like a Christmas ornament. But as you see, by turning on that last round, it's going to give it a flatter look. I mean, these are the exact same size, even though this one does look a little bit bigger. And it's because this by turning, it gives it a flatter look. It lays that last round of treble crochets flatter. And then this one, as you see, it's still leaning it towards the back. So it's going to give it a more of a poof look. So it's really whichever way you prefer. Again, these are the same amount of stitch counts. It's just that, you know, if you flattened this one out, it would be the same. But so it's your choice, whichever way you want. I just wanted to show y'all what they looked like, how they looked different. I still need to go back and weave in my tails, but there you go. This one is finishing, not turning that final row, and this one is the one that we turned and then worked the last round of single crochets. So, all right, y'all. Thanks for watching. I hope y'all have enjoyed this quick and easy face scrubby tutorial. Until next time, happy crafting!